Here we have a very good grouping of pre-Columbian Costa Rican carved jade effigies. These have been labeled axe god effigies, and they were funerary items. They were offered to accompany the decedents in the afterlife, and they were placed in graves up until probably 800 to 900 AD, at which time they begin to transition to using gold as a grave good and a grave offering, in addition to jade, and then finally jade probably phasing out around 1100 or maybe shortly after that. Gold was then used as funerary items up until the conquest. So these are some great Costa Rican examples that were brought here by a famous archaeologist, Enrique Vargas. He came from Costa Rica. His father, I believe, at one time may have been the head of the department of archaeology in Costa Rica. And Enrique brought these into the country in the 60s, 70s, and maybe even early 80s. And many pre-Columbian collectors acquired pieces from Enrique. Well, these are some beautiful, beautiful axe god pieces. Now, I wanted to share with you, first of all, the material they used was very good normally. Normally, they used excellent material in making these axe god pendants. You can see that this is a very heavily patinated piece. Here's the septum, where they would have sawn this across there with a fixed saw of some kind, not a string saw, but a fixed saw. And then they would have come together here and finally broken it off the rock, and that's what left the septum, and then they polished that down a little bit right there. You can see how heavily patinated this is. But what a tremendously beautiful, nicely detailed, great material axe god from Costa Rica, pre-Columbian axe god. Now, the headdress has been finely carved. The eyes, the mouth, and the hands are crossed in the middle of the chest, like maybe a decedent would be. But Costa Rican, along with the Maya, and the Maya influence of the Costa Ricans, along with the Olmec influence, really promoted a lot of duality, multiple images in their jade carvings. And some of the modern reproductions will very likely lack that duality and the different representations found and etched and worked into the same stone. So we have a wonderful full figure person here with the arms clasped here. When we turn upside down, now we have kind of a bat type head. Here we have the eyes here. The drill holes are the eyes. We have a bat nose and a bat mouth. Then we also have another bat set of eyes right there. So we've got kind of a bat type head wearing a headdress. And they meant to image that. They wanted to image that duality by turning it upside down. And then when we look at this piece here, here's another fine piece from Costa Rica. It's a beautiful, heavily patinated piece as well. Very heavily patinated piece. And the piece has a drill hole here. That was for something to be inserted and hanging down, maybe from the forehead of this individual. He's wearing a cap up here, his eyes here, and then his hands are here. So, and his nose is here. So we have a full figure deity facing us now. But yet when we turn it upside down, now we have a full figure little guy. There's a leg there. Here's his hands here, and here's his eyes here, and his headdress. And we also have another head with two eyes and a hole there for the nose right below it. So we have an actual full figure, eye, nose, mouth, and legs, and arms, in upward turned arms, gift-giving gesture, looking at us, a full figure, and then we have the eyes of a face as part of the full figure down below. Very creative artistry. And then this piece is just a monumental piece. This is a very unusual, very beautiful jade. This is just an outstanding piece of jade. And you can see it's well patinated. Look at the drill holes, all that dirt in there, and the cracking with all the patina. This is a wonderful pregnant female. So this piece, again, will show us some duality that really is kind of mind-blowing. But this is a pregnant female. There's her breasts there. Her arms are crossed over her stomach. And then she has the big stomach, and she has her legs in more of a birth-giving motif. So she's going to be giving birth. This was probably buried with the dominant female, the queen of the tribe, if you will, and then. But the cool part is that's the birth, and then this is the death here. So now we have more of a skull type looking face with the eyes of the face, the headdress, and more of a skull type image looking at you. So again, we see that duality in the Costa Rican jades in particular. And then this piece here is just a beautiful, outstanding blue jade, just outstanding, because all that brown, by the way, is patina. That's in the surface of the stone. And it's just a beautiful piece. This is an axe god looking at us here, full figure. His hands are here, and his eyes are here with his headdress. But again, when we turn it upside down, now we have a very cool full figure, eye, nose, mouth, and legs down here. Great full figure. Eye, nose, mouth, and legs. Full figure this way as well. Just outstanding pre-Columbian workmanship on these fine Costa Rican axe god burial offerings.